Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we want to talk about electrolysis of molten sodium chloride. Apart from sodium chloride, this method is applicable for any salt. If you want to do the process of electrolysis, you can follow the steps and you can get the answer. This is basically referred as electrolytic cell. The process is carried out in an electrolytic cell. This cell is used to convert electrical energy into chemical energy. Okay, now what we do, we try to do the question directly without going into the steps, because this video is just to solve this question. What are the steps? First thing, it is sodium chloride, so you want to write the ionic equation. You have step 1, ionic equation of NaCl. NaCl in ionic form can be written as Na plus chlorine negative. It's based on two ions, sodium and chlorine. Now it's electrolytic cell. You want to remember two mnemonics which I have made for myself. It's like PVC. I call it PVC. It's like positive of voltaic is cathode. So in IB curriculum, we have two cells to study, like voltaic cell or electrolytic cell. If positive of voltaic is cathode, surely the positive of electrolytic cell will be anode. It will be anode, and the negative of electrolytic cell will be cathode. So this mnemonic I use because it can be, if positive of voltaic is cathode, surely for electrolytic cell it will be anode. Okay, now second thing you should know is that in both the cells, whether it is voltaic or electrolytic, the reduction occurs at cathode. Whether it's electrolytic or the voltaic cell, both reduction occurs at cathode and oxidation occurs at anode. This is something we should know from the theory. Now coming back to the question, see, one is positive and one is negative. Let's draw two of the terminals. We have, for example, cathode, and we have like anode. Cathode we know is negative terminal. This is the negative terminal, and anode is the positive terminal in electrolytic cell. Elect means electrolytic, electrolytic cell. Okay, now see, this is positive. Positive is attracted by negative. So you see this positive ion, the sodium ion, will go towards cathode, and this negative ion will be attracted by the positive one. It will go towards the anode. So at cathode you will find Na plus. At anode you will find Cl negative. Why? Because opposite attracts. We know from the theory we have discussed that oxidation occurs at anode and reduction occurs at cathode. So if we say here, what will happen at anode? First we want to write the equations of anode, and we have seen from here that at anode it's the positive terminal, and we have Cl negative here, and at anode we also know we have oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electrons. You have Cl negative. Cl negative will lose electron and become Cl plus electron. Now there's a problem here. Problem is that gases cannot exist alone. You can never see in any chemical reaction chlorine alone. You will always find them in diatomic molecule. Diatomic molecule. What that's supposed to mean? Not only chlorine, all the gases apart from what do you call them, noble gases. Like for example, you will find Cl2. You will never find Cl alone. You will find O2. You will not find it alone. So gases are always in the form of molecule. So this cannot be Cl. It must be Cl2. But chlorine can, a chlorine ion will only lose one. So what we have to do? There must be two chlorines. So there must be two electrons. This is a very important step here. That why it is 2 here? Because it will lose only one electron. Okay, and it cannot exist as Cl. It should be Cl2. Now what happens at cathode? When it's cathode, you have Na plus, it should be oxidation, and at cathode you have reduction. When it is reduction, it means sodium ion will gain this electron. Okay, you have Na plus, sodium ion will gain this electron and become what? Na. Again, there is a problem here. Remember, we have discussed it earlier. Electron lost should be equal to electron gain. If there are 2 electrons lost here, there must be 2 electrons gained by the sodium. But the problem is sodium cannot gain 2 electrons. Sodium can gain only 1 because it's Na plus only. So what happens? There must be 2 sodiums. You have 2 Na plus. Well, we'll take the 2 electrons and you have 2 Na. If you write this in exam, they will cancel it. It must be 2 Na. So what will be the overall reaction? You see the overall reaction from here, from this equation, and from this equation you can pick. You have 2Cl negative plus 2Na plus. It gives you 2Na plus Cl2 as an output. Electrons, these electrons cancel, and you get this one. You can draw a picture, a diagram of this also. Like for example, I am a very bad sketcher. Let's try. We have this container. We have the 2 electrodes. The 2 electrodes we have. Okay. This is a connected battery. Okay, this is the flow of electrons in this direction. This is the typical diagram of electrolytic cell. This is one electrode. If you have a separator, let's say this is a separator. Okay, this is anode, which is positive. This is cathode, which is negative. You have Cl2 gas here, and you will have Na here, liquid here. What you will see, you will find gas bubbles here. Consider these are gas bubbles. If I have another pen here, anything here, highlighter, it will work. You will find here in chlorine, you will have gas bubbles, and you will see liquid sodium here, because you have chlorine gas at anode and the other one at cathode. You may find this question in exam also, like at which terminal is the gas. Always you will see in electrolytic cell, molten salts, the anode will have the gas. Anode will have the gas, and at cathode you have the metal. Another important thing, what happens, the question can change, only the name of the salt will change. The important part here is to pick the equation. If you do not pick the equation, it can be a very bad question. For example, you have another salt. Same question is for magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride. And let's say you don't know the formula, but in exam they have given you the formula MgCl2. Now see, when you have ions, you can design the formula. If you want to design this formula, ionic compound formula, it's very easy. You want to look at the group number of magnesium, it is 2. So magnesium is going to lose 2 electrons. And chlorine is in group 17, so it needs 1 more. So by swapping, it is MgCl2. But by chance in exam, if you forget this, you can't understand this, you can take reverse engineering. You can take this 2 surely will be for magnesium, and this 1 surely will be for chlorine. So you can write it Mg 2 plus and Cl 1 negative. This you can do. Like for example, you have another salt. This one easy. Let's say you have lead bromide. Lead 2 bromide. Okay, if you know the formula of lead 2 bromide is PbBr2. So if you get confused, what will be the ionic equation? You must need the ionic equation to continue, because one of them will go to the anode and one of them will go to the cathode. You see this is 2 here, so surely Pb is 2 plus, and this is 1 here, so surely it is Br 1 negative. Now this will go, it is a gas, it will surely go to the anode. This goes to anode and this goes to cathode. One goes to the anode, one goes to the cathode, and remaining is all same steps. One will lose electron, one will gain electron, make sure to balance it. Like here, I will repeat it just to be sure. Like when you have bromine, bromine is anode, it will be what happens, it is like oxidation at anode. You have oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electron. Bromine will lose electron, it has one extra, it loses, it becomes Br. But Br cannot exist alone because it's a gas, so it always will be a molecule, Br2. So if it's Br2, it can only lose one because it has one, so it must be two here. It must be two electrons. So now it is fine. Now when you go to the other terminal, Pb2 plus, he needs two electrons. This one, he needs two electrons because it is 2 plus, so it is two electrons. It becomes Pb. Now in this case, you don't have to multiply this with 2. In the last question when we do for sodium, we multiplied with 2 to make it equal. In this case, they are already equal, so they can cancel, and you are getting Pb and Br2 on the side. In the question, the most important thing in this electrolysis question is that you must write what happens at anode, what happens at cathode, like the equation, and the last thing is like what is the overall equation. These three things you must write to solve. That was all about this question. If you have electrolysis of molten salt, you just follow the same steps, you get the answer. Thank you so much for your time. Hope you understand.